This is the plaintiff, Ella. She says she's a model and videographer on the side, and she was hired by the defendants to create a promotional video for their kosher restaurant called Jezebel. She created a masterpiece for them, but they kept changing their mind about what they wanted and demanded she re-edit the piece numerous times. She tried to please the defendants, recut the video, but they were never satisfied, and now refused to pay her for all her hard work. She's suing the double-crossing restaurateur for $4,000, the amount she's owed. These are the defendants Henry Stimler and Menachem Senderowitz. Henry says the plaintiff shot a video for their restaurant, and when she showed it to them, it was nothing like what they discussed it would be. The thing was far too racy and sexy and didn't focus enough on the food. The plaintiff's a very attractive woman, and he's sure people usually bow down to her, but this is business, and she didn't deliver what she promised, so they owe nothing. They're accused of letting a lovely lady down.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay. Ella, you've asked to be referred to only as Ella. You are suing Jezebel Restaurant, represented here by Menachem Senderowitz and Henry Stimler.
Yep.
Who's who?
I'm Henry.
And you're Menachem?
Correct.
For $4,000, $2,000 for a film that you made for them at their request that they have not paid you for, and $2,000 because I guess now you hate them because they haven't paid you. So now the $2,000 bill has become a $4,000 bill for time wasted. Okay, tell me what's going on.
That's correct, Your Honor. On November 18, 2012, my friend and Menachem invited my friend and I to his restaurant. So we came to his restaurant, we had fun, and then my friend started to show my work to Menachem, and he loved it and asked me when
Is this the friend?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No, he's working, so
that's
he didn't
fine.
come. So, and then my friend showed my work to Menachem.
What's your work?
My videos, my pictures, my artwork.
You're a photographer and a videographer?
And yeah, a model. Basically, I'm traveling all over the world. I'm modeling and I do photography and videos on the side, yeah.
Okay.
So Menachem loved that a lot, and he asked me when I can come to shoot his restaurant. So I said, whatever you're ready, then I would love to shoot his restaurant. And then he took me on a side and he said, what's the budget? How much you charge for the video? And I said, let me see how many hours I'm gonna shoot your restaurant and how many hours I'm gonna edit, because I'm doing everything by myself.
How many hours you're gonna edit?
Edit, yeah,
okay.
Sorry. And then he said, fine. Let's.
So you didn't agree on a price beforehand?
No. I told him it will be between $1,500 to $2,000.
That same night?
Yeah.
You told him that?
Yeah, the same night. And he said fine. Then he emailed me.
Was your friend present for that discussion or no?
Yeah, my friend been there. He told him before he met me that I charged $2,000.
Do you have an affidavit from your friend?
No, I don't have.
Go ahead.
I know it's not. It helped me a lot if he can, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So then I started to. Then he emailed me.
Who did?
Menachem.
Okay.
He emailed
Do you have that email?
Yeah, I have all the emails. I printed everything.
Okay.
On November 29 at 8:45 in the morning.
And says?
He emailed me and included his team, his partners, and introduced me as a model that I'm going there and I'm going to shoot the video for.
What day were you going to shoot the video?
At the same day.
So he sends an email that I see to the team, saying, explaining who you are, what you're going to do, that you'll be lying low, you try not to be in their way, that maybe they can film, you can film the dishes, you can film the ambiance, you can film this and that.
Yeah, they told them exactly that I'm going to the kitchen, I'm going to shoot the food.
So do you go there that day?
Yeah, at that day.
And what kind of camera do you use?
D90.
A D90 what?
D90.
Nikon?
Nikon, yeah.
Okay, that's the same camera I have. Okay, all right. So you take care of all that day. How long does it take you to shoot?
It took me over 4 hours.
Over how long?
Yeah.
4 hours?
4 hours.
All right, and then what happens? How long did it take you to edit it?
43 hours.
How do you know it took you 43 hours?
Because
why did it take you that long to edit it?
No, because I thought about the original idea and I wanted them to be happy. So I was sitting and I was editing and
But 43 hours is kind of crazy to edit it, don't you think, or no?
Yeah, but I did many versions, and they ask me all the time to renew it, to add something, to cut something.
What program do you use to make the video?
A Final Cut.
Final Cut.
Yes.
All right. So sometime in December, you come up with the first version.
Yeah,
you send it to Menachem.
After 2 weeks,
and what does Menachem say about that version?
He said that he loved it, and so
Awesome.
And so do Henry, his partner. He loved it too, but they asked me to make it shorter.
How long was the first one?
3 minutes.
Okay. So they wanted it how long?
A minute. I don't remember.
Okay, but wasn't that discussed beforehand? How long the version should be?
No. Everything was like.
Oh yeah, but that is the step A of this whole thing. How do you and he not discuss this?
45 minutes and 1 minute. No,
45 seconds and 1 minute.
Seconds.
All right. So anyway, so you shorten it down to 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. And then you give that to him, and what does he say about that?
That I need to cut a little bit more.
What did you need to cut out of it? Said, I have one small favor. My bald head is showing twice. Can you cut it out? Right? That's what the email says, right? You need to cut the legs of that waitress because they're not pretty.
Yeah.
And you need to cut, oh yeah, that's exactly what it says. And you need to cut that manager because he's been fired. And you need to cut, and then he gives you exactly what you need to cut at whatever time period.
Yeah, he wrote me, yes, Your Honor.
Right. Did you make those changes?
Yeah, I made those changes.
Okay, then you sent it back to him. Then how many times did you edit this thing?
About 4 or 5 times.
Okay, and you sent it back to him, and tell me, how much money did you make from this job?
Nothing.
Zero? What's going on? What's going on?
We'll go back to the beginning. So when Menachem first sat down, no price was ever discussed or agreed upon. Nothing was put in writing at all.
Never mind the writing.
Yeah.
How do you know, Menachem? Let me ask you. She says that she told you it'll be about 1,500 to 2,000. True or not true?
Correct, Your Honor.
Well, what did you think it was going to be?
Well, I told her specifically, and I always say that, I said up front, I need to know if there's a budget. She says, don't worry about the budget right now. I was under the impression she also, as a young artist, wanted to get more exposure.
Yep. What did you think the price was going to be before you let her in to your restaurant with a camera?
You know, I have photographers do stuff for us for a few $100. I had an entire team.
You have no idea whether you're going to get a $10 million bill from her? You have no idea, and you let her in. I wonder why.
I had an entire team.
Henry, why do you suppose Menachem let her in without having any set plan?
I'm sure he had some sort of idea of what it would cost. We've done other videos before in the past, and
idea of what it would cost. You have no idea what someone's going to charge you unless you ask them what they're going to charge you.
We've done a few promo videos in the past. They're never that exorbitant.
It doesn't matter. You don't know what a particular person will charge you for their artistic services until you ask them.
100%. I agree with you.
So why do you suppose one of two things is true? He's lying, and she did say 1,500 to 2,000, or he's not lying, and they actually didn't discuss it, which is crazy business, right? Very poor businessman. So why do you suppose, let's go with version 2, which is the innocent one. Why would you suppose he would do such a thing? Spit it out, Henry. We all know.
I've got no idea. No, I'm sure. You
want me to read your email when you have an idea?
Yes. No. I've read my email.
Then spit it out, Henry.
She's a very attractive woman. I'm sure. In a lively bar, people are drinking and things are going well, and everyone's having a nice time. You don't really get down to brass tacks and talk about money. You just
Is Menachem married?
No.
Okay, good. All right, so go on.
Didn't know we were marital court.
No. I just wanted to know if it was
anyway. So
if it was just perfectly permissible or like dirty and scoundrel. Go ahead.
No scandal. Anyway, so there was no contract. There's never any email with any money discussed at all. Obviously, we
What do you think? Let me just ask you, as a
Yes.
businessman, what do you think happens in court if that version of facts is true, that there's nothing discussed?
If there's no paper, if there's no contract, then it doesn't really stand up in court, I believe.
Oh, you're so wrong.
I'm wrong?
Oh, you're dead wrong. Really? Dead wrong. And let me explain to you why. Because there's a concept in the law called quantum meruit. And the law is not fanciful, capricious, and unfair. And it says, okay, they didn't solidify the contract, but it's clear that there was a verbal contract for the work to be performed because he can't wait to tell the team what's going on. He can't wait to let her in and watch her for 4 hours. He can't wait to have her standing there in the restaurant doing the work. Do you think that the law could be this silly as to sit back and say, ha, gotcha? That's not how it works. So what happens is that when you folks don't solidify the price, which she says it was, but let's say, which she actually doesn't even say it was. She says it was between one figure and another. But let's say that it's your version of solidified price. You know what the judge has to do in that case? Set a fair price. But it's never going to be zero. When I have emails from you guys saying, edit here, edit again, edit these legs, they're fat. Edit my head is bald. Edit this manager, he's married. Because now he's married, he's fired. Because now with 3 months have passed, you still haven't paid the woman a penny?
Your Honor, we were never fighting about that. Of course she has to get paid. We've always agreed she has to get paid. That was never in question. It was just how much she gets paid and when we're in the time that we can pay her.
Okay, well, the work was done November 29th.
Correct.
I'm in April.
Well, but we've also gone through Hurricane Sandy where our restaurant took tremendous damage. You know, we have 31 employees, taxes, rent. There are more important things that come before paying for a video that was never used.
I have a question.
Sure.
Your suit, who makes it? You, Menachem. Who makes that suit?
Suit Supply, Dutch company.
A Dutch company. What did that suit cost you? That jacket, actually.
Probably $200.
How much?
$200.
Oh, you're such a liar.
It does.
Look it up online.
It's true. Suit Supply is a Dutch company that take
Gentlemen,
knockoffs.
you have paid this woman zero. You look like garbage right now. You look terrible. What is your excuse? You send her an email and you say to her that, actually, you know what? I'm going to read your email.
Go for it.
You know which one, right?
I know which one.
Absolutely. Did you tell him about it before?
Sure. He's read it.
Okay,
He calls
good.
me idiot every day.
Yeah, he calls you an idiot every day?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, does this guy have a duty to pay her at least what he says she deserves?
Yeah, he does.
Even if there's a dispute as to the whole thing?
Yeah, because he promised it to her already, so he should pay her.
But the amount promised is in dispute. That's the thing.
Yeah, but she did the work and she deserves to be paid for that.
So the question is, if there's a dispute, what does he do? He has to pay her what he says, and then they fight over the difference later?
Yes, he has to pay her something. If they were in agreement that he would be paying anything, he has to pay
At least what he says.
at least what he said.
Got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
So she explains how, you need to pay me something. You need to pay me something.
Sure.
I've worked on this. I've edited this. I've done this. I've spent 42 hours. I gave you a special price. What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And when she says to you, I was told by Menachem I would be paid for my services after I finished the video and edited. Menachem approved it. What are you doing?
I've got it right here.
And I got it too. Hi, Ella. Menachem is an idiot. I'm sorry, but honestly, we just don't have $1,000 for the video. What was the first bill she sent you? 1,000 or 2,000?
2,000.
The first bill was 2,000.
2000.
Okay. I love it. I think it's great, but as well, it won't work for the path we have decided we must take to survive. But what can we do here? Let's suggest something that works for both of us. Because you're trying to be a decent fellow here and avoid court. And she says, hi, thanks for getting back to me. What I feel would work for me would be $600. And that's more than fair. I worked on the video for more than 2 weeks, and I'm happy to work with you again in the future. That had to be just fluff, because if you would work with them in the future again, I don't know what you're thinking. Okay, we'll sort. Just hang tough for a week or so. I think we could use it. Just needs to be edited a bit. And then you don't pay her the $600. Let's look at the video. What version do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one?
Can I, before we show the video, can I just say one thing, if possible, Your Honor?
Sure.
All right, so we're based on West Broadway, which is right in the zone next to Canal Street. So Hurricane Sandy comes along, we built this beautiful restaurant, we get shut down for 18 days, loss of power, our entire basement gets flooded. We have costs through the wazoo, we have to throw out our entire inventory. We have 31 staff to pay, 4 managers, a chef, a sous chef. We have taxes of about $19,000 in sales tax to pay. Obviously, we were going to pay this young lady money, but it just wasn't a priority at the time. There were higher bills on top of us.
I suppose you're trying to say this so that you look better?
No, not at all. It's
always been
no,
the
it's
case.
always been the
Atrocious
case.
what you're saying.
I don't agree
No
with you.
one can pay their rent with your intentions. They pay their rent with your cash. And if you're having a cash flow issue, then just like you know how to pay all the employees because they're not going to work for free, she's not going to work for free. So all you have to do is say to her, all right, put me on a plan here because we're having to, can I give you $100 a week until the $600? You could have finished editing this yourself for the 100th little complaint that you had. You have 1,000 different reasons why you won't pay her, but Lord knows if you had paid her $100, $50, something that she saw good faith instead of you guys giggling at the bar about how you used her, we wouldn't be here. Hit play, because I'm getting tired. Is that you?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm feeling.
Okay.
And
When you said one time in your email that we've decided to take a different direction, had you first opened this place, naming it Jezebel, which is a naughty girl, with the idea that it would be more of a bar type place, and now you had to switch gears and make it more family? And
I think we wanted to kind of tone down the sexiness of the place. That seemed to scare off a lot of people. It was very glitzy and glamorous, and we wanted to tone it down and focus more on the food rather than the glamour side.
But that's clearly not something that you wanted to do then. at this time in November, you were still thinking the original business plan was going to work. It's not her fault your business plan didn't work. Can I see the original email where you send them the original invoice? Why are you suing for $4,000 now instead of the $2,000 that you had asked for?
I mean, I just get so mad and it takes so long, like 5 months and emails and taxes, and I lose some jobs and all this pressure. But
Okay.
I'm not like...
I find in your favor in the amount of the $2,000. That's my judgment. Pay the lady, gentlemen.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Well, the judge doesn't give for time wasted, but definitely makes you pay for the production costs of this film. What's your reaction to this verdict?
I think it's okay. I think it makes sense. You know, she works.
Well, if it makes sense, what are you in here fighting against it for? Why didn't you just
We didn't
pay
have a
her?
contract. We thought without a contract, it wasn't binding.
Come on. That's somebody who tried to take advantage of somebody. Sounds like to me.
I don't think so.
No? Oh, we have no contract, so we don't have to pay you. Hey,
We
your
never
problem.
we never
Whose
said we
problem?
wouldn't pay anything. We do just about the amount we were fighting about and about the timing of when we should pay. You did when we were back on our feet after Hurricane Sandy.
Okay. Well, good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Hugh Grant plays you in the movie.
Thank you.
All right, head right down this way. All right, so come on in here. You satisfied how this comes out?
Yes, she was very fair,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very happy. I just showed them that I'm not working for free and they cannot take advantage of me.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. They want me to.
Why did they think they could?
Because the restaurant is not doing well and it was really empty all the time. And I have a lot of models friends, so they want me to come all the time with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more about the show. And they didn't really appreciate how hard I worked. And I'm
Okay.
really happy with all
Congratulations.
the things. Thank
Harvey?
you so much.
Okay, when you hire somebody to perform a service as specific as photography, it's really important in the contract to say exactly what is expected of both parties. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.